Welcome to Business Book Daily, where we pull one useful idea from one business book and turn it into something you can actually use. Today's book is The Founder's Mentality by Zook and James Allen. Zook and Allen are Bain& Company partners known for their work on growth strategy, founder-led companies, and organizational performance. Before we get into the book, today's episode is sponsored by CommissionOnly.com. Want to sell more without adding fixed sales salaries? Many companies hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce. Post your opportunity on CommissionOnly.com and get in front of motivated reps who are already looking for performance-based roles. That's CommissionOnly.com. Now back to the founder's mentality. The big idea is that companies often lose their edge, not because the market changes, but because success makes them slower. As businesses grow, they add people, departments, meetings, approvals, processes, reports, and internal rules. Some of that structure is necessary. A company with 10 people can't operate exactly like a company with 10,000. But Zook and Allen argue that growth can bury the habits that made the company successful in the first place. The business gets bigger, but it becomes less focused. It becomes more political, more cautious, more distant from customers, and less willing to move fast. That's what they call losing the founder's mentality. This does not mean every company needs the original founder in charge forever. It means the organization needs people who still act like owners, people who care about the customer, people who remember what the company is fighting for, people who solve problems instead of protecting their department. The first key idea is the insurgent mission. Strong companies often start with a clear fight. They want to change an industry, serve customers better, beat a lazy competitor, or solve a painful problem that others ignore. But over time, that mission can get watered down into generic corporate language. Suddenly, nobody can explain what makes the company different without sounding like they swallowed a brochure. Leaders need to keep the mission plain, useful, and close to the customer. People should know what the company is trying to change and why it matters. The second idea is frontline obsession. A founder's mentality keeps leaders close to the people who serve customers and see problems first. The front line often knows where friction, waste, confusion, and customer frustration really live. If leaders only listen to dashboards, meetings, and filtered updates, they miss what's actually happening. The customer experience can start breaking long before the reports make it look obvious. The third idea is owner mindset. Great companies need employees who act like owners, not renters. Owners care about costs, quality, speed, customers, and long-term health. Renters wait for permission, protect their own lane, and assume someone else will fix the hard problem. Owner mindset is not about giving everyone a motivational poster and calling it culture. It's about rewarding people who take responsibility, solve customer problems, challenge waste, and improve the business beyond their job description. The fourth idea is the growth paradox. Growth creates scale, but scale can also create distance. More customers, products, employees, markets, and processes can make the business stronger and harder to manage at the same time. That's why leaders have to simplify as they grow. If every new stage adds more complexity, eventually the company starts competing against itself. The fifth idea is that bureaucracy is a hidden competitor. It steals speed. It steals focus. It steals energy. It makes good people spend more time managing approvals, meetings, reporting, and politics than serving customers. And the worst part is that bureaucracy often looks responsible while it's slowing everything down. So how do you apply this? Start by clarifying the mission in plain language. Ask what your company is trying to change, who you serve, and why customers should care. If the answer sounds like it came from a committee, rewrite it until a frontline employee could actually use it. Next, get closer to the customer. Review complaints, support tickets, sales calls, churn reasons, frontline feedback, and the moments where customers get confused or frustrated. Do not let leadership get trapped in internal conversations while the customer experience drifts. Then reduce unnecessary complexity. Look for slow approvals, duplicate meetings, unclear ownership, confusing reports, and decisions that require too many people. Remove anything that slows useful work without improving quality. Finally, reward owner behavior. Praise the people who solve problems, protect customers, challenge waste, and think beyond their own department. If you only reward people for managing their lane, don't be surprised when they stop caring about the road. Here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, growth does not automatically make a company stronger. Without focus, speed, and customer closeness, growth can quietly turn into bureaucracy. Second, the best companies keep a founder's mentality. They act like owners, stay close to customers, and fight complexity. Third, bureaucracy is not just annoying. It is a competitor that steals speed, focus, customer trust, and the energy people should be using to build. The founder's mentality is worth reading if you lead a growing company and want to avoid becoming slower, more political, or too far removed from customers. It's also useful if you're trying to diagnose why a once strong company has started losing energy or strategic focus. You might skip it if you want a tactical startup manual instead of a strategy book about scaling and organizational health. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books begin as ideas leaders have been refining for years, frameworks, philosophies, and lessons learned the hard way. Writing the book forces those ideas into clear form, and once they're on the page, they can travel far beyond a single conversation or presentation. At memoirghostwriting.com, we write memoirs and business books for entrepreneurs, founders, executives, and industry experts. We handle the interviews, structure, writing, editing, design, and publishing, so the final product is polished, professional, and built around your voice. If you've ever thought about what a business book could do for your authority, speaking, consulting, lead generation, or legacy, visit memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today's Business Book Daily. One book, one useful idea, and one smarter way to build.